The Presents collection was created entirely with my debut solo show in mind. The work is a combination of my greatest hits and the things that I've always wanted to try, realising that this was the prime opportunity to try them. A key theme throughout all the pieces is botanicals, as I've found it's a subject that I'm returning to time and time again, and certainly one that I am most drawn to. I'm lucky to have my studio window looking out into my wildlife-rich garden where interesting things are happening all year round. I'm also a huge fan of traditional botanical illustration and vintage gardening journals, so you'll see references to those throughout. Another key theme to this show was experimenting with the crossover between textiles and technology. I wanted to use this opportunity to test some ideas that I've been working on in a space that I knew I would be able to get public reactions and feedback firsthand. The works have all been made using my signature method of free motion machine embroidery, using the sewing machine as a tool to draw. Most of the works have been constructed onto Calico, a favourite material of mine for its structure, but also for its similarity to canvas and cream colour, which is reminiscent of old-fashioned parchment paper. Only one new piece was created on my signature marbled fabric, which is my 2024 self-portrait. I knew that I wanted to include a self-portrait in my first solo show. I wanted it to come from a less traditional viewpoint than previous self-portraits, and crucially, from my own direct field of vision. The fabric was created by marbling onto paper before editing digitally and printing onto cotton, which is a much more sustainable method than traditional print and dye techniques, and in line with my own sustainability values. The piece Lavender Stairs was created with the vision in mind that I wanted to include a new piece with a nod to previous architectural pieces, but with a new botanical twist to reflect my newer work. The result is an interpretation of the Covent Garden tube station spiral staircase, if they were also spontaneously sprouting miniature bouquets of lavender. Within the show, I also created a micro collection of 5 smaller works, all housed in vintage frames hand-sourced by myself. Again, this does mirror the sustainability values based on the idea that everything we need or want already exists in the world. To that end, I also included pressed flowers in some of these pieces to reflect an ethos of preservation and repurposing. The final new element of this show, and hopefully its defining moment, is the Frames project. This project was born out of my love for video, and in particular fascination for stop motion and the curiosity of whether it could be combined with textiles. I shot the original video of a bee landing on a flower in my garden and used it as a reference point to break down the video into a series of key frames that, when drawn and spliced back together, would create a moving textile image. I'm hugely proud of frames, and I hope that I have more opportunities in the future to advance this idea of innovative moving textiles. The collection and the show were called Presents to reflect a number of themes in my current work and practice. My own presence as an artist in my home city, exhibiting for the first time on my own, the welcome presence of recurring themes in my work, the presence of new ideas in my work, and most importantly, the presence of nature to help us all feel present in our lives. I hope that you've enjoyed Presents, and I hope that you stay up to date with work that I produce in the future.